Turn to your neighbor, say, hello, billionaire. I can't hear you say it loud. Hello, billionaire. If you are afraid to call billion, how you go come get them now? Say it loud. Hello, billionaire. Now say, I am a billionaire. Saying it does not change anything. It doesn't mean that you won't have it. Hello. So say it with joy. I am a billionaire. Okay, so I want to share with us the next 20 minutes, because in order for us to be able to talk about emerging trends in real estate, the first thing that needs to happen is you need to understand how powerful real estate is. Every year when I come, I try to help us to understand the power of real estate investments so that we can take advantage of the opportunities that is being offered to us. Every year when we come, there are promo opportunities. Every year when we come, there are different discount opportunities that are available for you to become a landowner. When it comes to wealth creation, true wealth is asset-based and not cash-based. True wealth is asset-based and not cash-based. You may have cash that makes you rich, but until you have assets, you are not wealthy. Because you can have 100 million in the morning, and in the evening, the 100 million may disappear. There are people that are called crypto millionaires and forex millionaires that are rich in the morning and poor in the evening, because when Elon Musk decides to wake up on the wrong side of the bed and someone somewhere tweaks the market, they find out that they are poor. But when you are truly wealthy, wealth will continue to produce cash flow, and wealth will continue to produce riches. So it's very, very important for you to understand that when it comes to creating wealth, true wealth is asset-based and not cash-based. And one of the things that will help you to be able to build a lasting wealth is real estate. Real estate is the most powerful vehicle of wealth creation. Real estate is the most powerful vehicle of wealth creation. If you want to create wealth, real estate can help you achieve that faster than any other vehicle. Number two, real estate is the most powerful vehicle of wealth creation that also doubles as a vehicle of wealth retention. It does not just help you to create wealth, it also helps you to retain wealth. So when you talk about real estate, it's not just about wealth creation, it's about wealth retention. When you study the life of rich and wealthy people on the face of the earth, you will realize that over 97% of them, and I mean my word, 97% of them have their wealth retained in real estate. So when you say a man is wealthy, what you are looking at is his asset, not his cash balance. And those assets are majorly in real estate. So it's a very powerful vehicle of wealth creation, and it's also a very powerful vehicle of wealth retention. Number three, real estate is so powerful that it helps you to hedge against inflation and devaluation. Real estate is so powerful, it helps you to hedge against inflation and devaluation. Many of us in the last few months have experienced hyperinflation. We have experienced inflation in a level unprecedented for a while. But what you now come to realize is that that inflation has wiped out a lot of businesses. That inflation has wiped out a lot of sectors, wiped out a lot of people. There are people that, as a result of the forex naira disparity and large gap, they have had to make adjustments on many grounds. So for instance, if last year you had 7.5, you changed $10,000 last year. That $10,000 that you saved last year, or that you changed last year, will be how much? Will be 7.5 million naira. But now, if you want to buy dollar now, that 7.5 million naira will no more buy you even $10,000. It will buy you less than that. Why? Because the money has been devalued. But now, if in 2023 you use that 7.5 million naira to buy land, now no matter what the market is saying, your money will be intact. Why? Because the land will have absorbed the inflation and absorbed the devaluation. Do you understand that? So that's why real estate is very, very powerful, because it's an asset that continues to appreciate. It's an asset that continues to increase in value. Why? Because they don't create land anymore. The size of the land when mankind began is the same size of the land as we have today. And that's why we always say that a city today was a village yesterday, and a village today will be a city tomorrow. You don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. So it's very, very important for you to understand that. So anyone that is not in real estate is actually not applying wisdom. For instance, I've said this over and over again, every business on earth, every industry on earth is actually a real estate business. Every business on earth, every industry on earth is actually a real estate business. You say, what are you talking about? I'm a medical doctor. I'm into the medical field. Is the hospital not real estate? He said, no, sir. I'm an educationist. I run a school. Is the school not real estate? Is the hostel not real estate? He said, no, me, I'm a transporter. Is the motor garage not real estate? Is the road not real estate? Is the airport not real estate? He said, no. I'm a pharmacist. Is the chemist not real estate? You say, me, I'm a restaurateur, I'm an hotelier. Is the hotel not real estate? Is the restaurant not real estate? You say, me, I'm a politician. Is the parliament house not real estate? Is Aso Rock not real estate? You say, me, I'm into IT. Where is your tank farm? Is it not real estate? So every business on earth is real estate business. So if you are not in real estate, you are not in business. So as you have come here today, you need to understand that you need to take advantage of the opportunity that will be offered to you to buy lands as discount, and then to be able to do what? To be able to buy land at a value that is cheaper than the real value. So today, anyone buying land today, anyone plugging into the offers that will be introduced to you today, you are winning at the point of purchase. So there are some emerging trends that I just want to throw out to you, and I want to give you maybe like 5 of them, and then I close. Number 1, land banking. Land banking. So everybody repeat after me. Instead of cash banking, I can hear you shout it. Instead of cash banking, do land banking.
Do land banking.
Instead of cash banking, do land banking.
Do land banking.
So hashtag land banking. Now, what do we mean by that? If you carry all your money now and you put it in the bank, because of inflation and devaluation, what's happening? Your money is reducing in value. But whatever money you have now, if you tie it down in land and real estate, you are sure that worst case scenario, you will get your value back at the rate at which it is whenever you want to sell. So everyone should begin to consider land banking. One of the major reasons why a lot of people do not appreciate land banking is because they don't understand how powerful real estate is, which is why I spoke about real estate, the power earlier. Why? Because see, many times you will hear people say things like, it's very far, it's a bush. It's because you don't understand the power of real estate. Where you are sitting now today was once a bush. Hello? If you know, so every one of you listen to me right now, when you get back home today, if you have a relationship with your landlord, if you have a relationship with elders in the area where you are, go and ask them, how was that place 30 years ago? Hello? Okpebi used to be a village, that's why they call it Okpebi village. Antony used to be a village, that's why they call it Antony village. It used to be a village where people, when they go to the market and they are coming, they will stay in Okpebi. Some of them will say, I can't go. They will stay because Lagos ended in Ojuelegba. Ojuelegba is where Lagos ended. Anything from Ojuelegba is forest. Antony Village, Antony Road, Ikorodu Road, Maryland, Ikeja, all those places, they were forests, they were waterlogged area that they say is spirits that were living there. Hello, but people went ahead and bought. All this place you see here, if you were here 35 years ago, you'll be amazed. So, if you understand the power of real estate, you will plug into land banking. So, land banking is one of the major trends that people need to explore now. And that means no matter what the location is, when you say a place is far, it's relative to where you are coming from. Island is far if you are coming from mainland. Mainland is far if you are coming from island. So don't think that anywhere is far. A city today was a village yesterday. A village today will be a city tomorrow. Number 2, fractional ownership. Fractional ownership. A lot of people would have been able to acquire lands and houses, but they have not been able to do that because they want to gather money so that they can own everything by themselves. Guess what? 50 people can come together with 1 million and own the house. So what does that mean? It means that even though you brought only 1 million, you have a fraction of the house. So if the rent every year is 5 million, what do? We divide it by 50 people. So because you brought 1 million, you'll be getting 100,000. Hello? Are you seeing it now? So that's how a lot of people are beginning to grow their wealth now. So when you see somebody say, I have a house in Ikoyi, I have a house in America, I have a house in London. Yes, they do, but not that they own the whole house. They may just have 5% of the house, 10% of the house, and every rent that is coming, they are getting it. Are you getting that now? Number 3, collaboration. One of the emerging trends in real estate today is collaboration. Collaboration is the new competition. Why? Because instead of competing with people, collaborate. For many years, our parents understood the importance of collaboration, and that's why we have a SUSU, we have thrift society, we have cooperative society. Why? Because they were coming together to ensure that they do things together. So many of you now, who are your friends? Who are your friends? You need to collaborate. You need to join together with your brother, your sister, and together you are able to achieve a lot of things. Because if 10 of you come together and all you do is put 10,000 together every month, in 1 year you will raise 1.2. And before you know it, that collaboration will give you resources to take advantage of different opportunities that life will present to you. Number 4, a lot of people have bought houses, built houses, and they have handed over their houses to tenants. And the tenants have disappointed them, and the tenants have messed them up. So one of the emerging trends in real estate now is what we call shortlets and service apartments. So moving from rent to shortlet and service apartments. So that instead of you renting out your property to someone that may not pay rent or someone that may not manage the property well, you go the extra mile to actually furnish the property. Then it becomes a fully furnished apartment, and then you rent it out for shortlet. So I give you an example. We have shortlet properties in different parts on the mainland and on the island. One of the shortlet properties we have in that place is a 3-bedroom apartment, but rent in that place for 3-bedroom is 1.2. So that means if I choose to rent out that property, I will get 1.2 every year. But with what we experienced in COVID, many tenants did not pay. They were begging. At the end of the day, we did not get our rent. We were even begging them to move away so that we can get somebody else. But now, that property that is 1.2 per annum, we spend money to furnish it. And for you to stay there for one night, you pay 70,000 naira. So by the time we have customer for 20 days, we have gotten how much? 1.4 million. So you may see the property and say, this place is just there. Nobody is living there. But all we need is people to be there for 20 days and we have gotten the money for 1 year. Hello? And then if people are now there for 6 months out of the 1 year, you see now, so that is another trend. So many of you need to understand that you can begin to explore that. Now, when it comes to this trend, you don't even need to be the owner of the house. You can lease the house and use it for shortlet and service apartment. So you rent a property from a landlord, and the landlord say, this my property is 2 million per annum. You say, no problem. You now say, I want to lease it for 10 years. And then you say, I'm going to pay you 5 years upfront. After 5 years, you can add something. So first 5 years, you pay 10 million. Second 5 years, you pay 2.5. You add 500 because you are paying 5 years upfront. So you pay for 5 years, and you have 10 years signed. How much did you pay for the apartment? 10 million. Now listen. So you have the apartment. You now furnish it. Let's assume now that you put another 10 million to furnish. Listen. Every electronic that you buy, every furniture that you buy will do a maximum of 5 years. The chair and the sofa will be minimum of 5 years. You can use the chair for 10 years. The fridge, 5 years minimum. The television can do 10 years. So what you are spending now is fixed. So you have spent 10 million for the rent. You have done 10 million for furnishing, 20 million. Now, if you are doing 100,000 per night, hello? 100,000, how much have you spent? 20 million. If you are doing 100,000 per night, don't forget, now you have how many nights? 52 times 5. That's the number of nights. So that's your 20 million that you spent. Divided by 100,000. How many days do you need to get back all your money? Can you now see how much money you can make? And the house is not your own. No? You list it. So that's another trend that you need to understand. So that as you are beginning to grow in your knowledge, you need to realize that in this real estate industry, in this real estate sector, there are different dimensions and different aspects of what you can do. Next is what we call commercial property. Commercial property. Commercial property. Commercial properties are more expensive and more valuable and more secure than residential properties, because when you are going into commercial property, most of the time you are dealing with a business or a corporate entity, and they also enter into long lease, and they don't change addresses like human beings. So if you have a property now and a bank is your tenant, an eatery is your tenant, a school is your tenant, a restaurant is your tenant, a church is your tenant, they will not change address every year. So you are guaranteed that at least they will be there for a long time. So as you begin to grow in your journey of wealth creation, begin to see how you can move from just having residential property to getting to a point where you begin to have commercial properties, because those commercial properties will now give you more security and more income than when you are just doing residential properties. Do we understand that? Then another thing that you need to understand is one of the emerging trends right now is that when you are going into real estate, for the real estate that you are doing that is residential, you can actually target, we call it target marketing. You can target different industries for your real estate projects. And when you target different industry for your real estate project, it will help you to create a niche for yourself. E.g., there are people now that have properties, and those properties are targeted majorly towards the entertainment industry. So when people want to do home video, they want to do movie shoots, they want to do music video, they now use those properties. So the properties are available, and then they can use it continually. One of our Shortlet apartment, we use that also. And you realize that whether it's day or night, business is going on because they are doing movie recording every day. And that is very, very important. Same thing for commercial property. You need to begin to realize that after COVID, a new kind of work emerged that is called virtual work and co-working space. And there are many people that want to do business, but they have realized that they don't need to go and rent a big office to do their business. They can do their business from their homes, but they can't bring everybody into their house. So you can now go into what we call co-working spaces and virtual office spaces. That's another new trend. So that people can come in there and then they can have a cubicle that will be their own office, and they will just pay you once a month. They can even pay per day or pay per use or pay per week. So with that, the offices are there, they register with you, they pay a fixed amount every year to be a part of the system for general administrative costs, and whenever they need to use the place, they let you know. So they can just say, oh, meet me in my office, and then it's their office, and that one place can be office to 50 people because they have all registered to use it as a co-working space. I give you 2 more and I close. Now, for many of us, while growing up, the only understanding we have about farming is that our fathers are farming. They will leave us in the morning, go to the farm and come back. And for some of us, we understood what it means for people to live close to the farm or on the farm. But right now, farming has taken a new turn. So we now have different kinds of farming, and we have what we now call farm estates. Farm estates. And that's one thing you can begin to explore that is also an emerging trend, where you can have a large expanse of land, and in there can be different kinds of farming. People can buy a plot or buy an acre. You sell the plot or the acre to them. You now use that plot or acre to help them to farm. And then, so instead of the land being left idle, you help them to farm on the land, and then they get a return every year. But to keep that place going, you now have different houses, chalet, and stuff there. So there can be training centers where people can come and be trained on different aspects of farming. There can be all kinds of things. It will now be like a farm resort. And that's another emerging trend that you need to explore. Finally, cemetery. Somebody say cemetery. Somebody say cemetery. Say it loud, say cemetery. Whether you like it or not, everybody will die one day. Either you die by rapture or you die by death. Where will you be buried? Cemetery business is one of the most lucrative business in real estate, but not many people know. A plot of land, 60 by 120, where you sell it as a land, you sell to one person. But inside that one plot, you can bury 50 people. And one of them, that one plot, maybe 5 million naira for the 60 by 120. But one burial spot is also 5 million. So 5 million times 50 on the one plot. Are you seeing the money now? And you can have one vault here, another vault here, another one vault. You can do 2 levels or 3 levels, and the prices are different. So burial ground is big business, because people are dying every day. So you must look into how you can take advantage of that emerging trend, so that you too can own your own cemetery and own your own mortuary. Hello, somebody. Anything dead, people are afraid. I don't know what you are afraid of. Hello. So, what are the promo offers that we have today? They are going to be telling you that. Opportunity to buy land, opportunity to own land, and please, whatever opportunity they present to you today, if you don't have the money, what do? Collaborate. Join other people, call your friends, come together so that you can take advantage of it. And when you are leaving, you can go to the book stand. My books are here. The School of Money book is here. My latest book that came out this January, How to Create Wealth as a Career Person, The Entrepreneur's Guide to the Wealthy Place. And then my first book on wealth creation, The Pathway to Wealth, is here. And then we have the flash drive, which is the wealth creation pack. And then we have the latest flash drive, which is the wealth creation master pack. So thank you very much. We're going to